Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Total Party Chaos. I am your Keeper of Chaos, Billy Visnall, and I am joined by this wonderful cast of people. Cast, if you don't mind introducing yourselves, and this time, your character and your favorite dessert of your character, or what they would choose. Weird wording.
Hello, my name is Jacob, or JC, and today I will be playing Dante Smokespite, the brother to the wonderful and lovely Ash Smokespite of the Smokespite Empire. I don't know if this is a common dessert, but I saw it once and I think it's funny, and so I think Dante would go for an Alaskan cake, which is simply a ice cream cake that you light on fire. That's all I've got.
I like it. I think that's a good one. Yeah, hi, I'm Haley, and I play Ash Smokespite, the ambitious warlock fire genasi, on a dangerous journey beside her brother Dante. And her favorite dessert would be a spiced molten lava cake, like a chocolate spiced chocolate with like some sort of chili flakes infused, something along those lines. Rich and hot. Ash's type.
Freaking delicious.
Exhausted.
Gotta keep it on brand.
Exactly.
Content.
Yeah.
I think I'm next. Hi, I'm Natalie. I play Doll, and Doll's favorite dessert, I have a picture on Pinterest. I don't know if this is gonna mess up my camera, though. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's like a mossy piece of cake. It's coming out black and white. I don't know. You have to trust me on this. Pinterest this. It looks very cool, but also not edible. Kind of like a forest floor. Let's go with that.
Nice.
Gnarly.
Yeah.
Well-shaped dirt.
Like
It's just like you've taken a knife to the mud and cut out a triangle shape.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Hi, howdy everybody, my name's Sabrina, aka BBEG Brina, and I play Eliana de la Luna, and her favorite dessert would have to be a pistachio tiramisu.
Bang, it's all very rich. Hey everyone, my name is Seth, or Noctopus, and I'm playing Rotmire Vilebane. And Rotmire's favorite dessert is Mongolian barbecue. After dinner, he likes to go out and get a full bowl of noodles and meat for dessert.
Honestly, with how you
Honestly?
teed that up, I thought you were going to say something like Farmer's Coke, so honestly, I'm ecstatic.
I was like, maybe it's going to be either my favorite regular food or Jamba Juice. I'm like, I can't think of anything else.
So good.
I never have a follow-up for There's nothing after.
Good. Keep you on your toes.
Hey, I'll take it. I'm Billy, Cheesecake, and it's great. Moving on, let's get into our awesome sponsored messages for the day before we go into our sick recap. First, tell you about our sponsor for tonight, which is the sponsor of every episode because I never pick another one. Is Into the AM. The rest of it, hey, you're all great too. I'm a little biased when it comes to Into the AM. But Into the AM is a fantastic graphic tee website that you can spend as little as $10 or honestly as much as like whatever's in your wallet right now, currently probably, and get some of the coolest graphic tees that you could see. Using the code TAILS, you can save 10% off of some of those fantastic t-shirts. If you look at the links in our chat right now, you can actually go check out their website. You don't go away from the stream, but if you have like you have like a tablet right now, pop it open, man. Go nuts. Go crazy. Get yourself a cool little astronaut graphic tee. It's probably like $8. On top of that, it's like $6.39 if you use the 10% off. Probably. I'm not good at math, but I assume that's probably close. All right. Into the AM. We love you. Every time.
The only reason Billy does active sponsorships for Into the AM is because they actively have him kidnapped. He is in their warehouse right now, so free Billy.
Please don't take away my background. Please. There's so many shirts back here.
A certain number of hours he's got to do before they let him out.
I'm staying here for the astronaut graphic tee that I mention every episode. Please give me that. All right. Before we go into the recap, the last two messages that we have, first, please go check out our community Discord. We do have an awesome active Discord with a lot of really great stuff. You can get some cool information about some of the games, you can check out a lot of clips that we post, or you can just interact with the people on the stream right now. Like, you could jump in there and talk to anybody, permitting time. But we are pretty active in there once in a while, so I say once in a while like it's not every day. But if you drop on in, there is a sick link somewhere in one of our awesome messages that is in the chat right now. And then lastly, for us, we do have our Patreon, which I know we are starting to launch something incredible very soon. Details are probably coming in the next month or so, but if you go check out our Patreon, you can have an early exclusive look at what's coming. And on top of that, you can actually be a part of our show, because anything that we do is influenced by the things that are on our Patreon. So go be a friend of Tails, go be a subscriber, go find out what's going to happen on all of our episodes, or pick it, because you never know. All right. Now, we're going to go into our beautiful recap. I'm assuming someone's going to take as I grayscale us to go to our flashback mode. Oh. Be taken.
Do we want an announcer?
Speak.
Well then.
Yeah, go for
Last time on Total Party Chaos, the gang was split into two parties, but unbeknownst to them, there was an imposter among them. Dante II had spawned, and wanted to bring everyone into another random part of the sewer. The original Dante, who had no idea of this, was being informed by Ash due to her sending capabilities, and the group reconvened. Flo, the dastardly man from Pentagraven, who had tarnished the Smokespite name, was still there and was immediately caught. The two Dantes both looked at each other, said, "Damn, that is a fine-looking gentleman," and then the rest of the party fought over how to best interact with the extra Dante. The actual way that they decided to do this was to stab both of them, and which one of them said, that doesn't really hurt, and the other one started screaming like a John Carpenter monster. After which they decided to make haste after the beast into the sewers as they started to traps their way. Dante let everyone go inside the ring necklace and started chasing after it. And then after decking a faux Miss de la Luna, some sort of screech happened and caused him to start booking it the other way. Everyone else jumped out of the necklace as Dante ran off into the darkness, and they heard a splash in the distance. Tune in right now to see what happens next.
Snap didn't line up. Went off too easy. Whatever, pretend there was a really cool snap that did that transition. That was awesome, Dante. You're fantastic. Alright. Now, let's say, with all that being said, pick up those smut books. Save your swamps, because it's time for another episode of Total Party Chaos. Muffin Lovin' Transition. Bow! Alright, welcome back, everybody. No worries at all. No one said anything heartbreaking off screen. Alrighty, let's jump into what we did last episode. Picking back up in the sewers of the wonderful city of Tarson Vale. Jesus Christ, I can't even keep my brain centered on this. Jumping back into the sewers where we were split up. We had one party chasing after Dante. As Dante ends up going down the river into the sewer. And we had Ash and Rotmeyer after Dante on that side, which honestly is taking you guys probably, I'd say at this point, I think it's 120 feet around a bend away from the other party, which is Doll, Eliana, and I believe it was a Nori. I don't know where we decided Flo, the other party member that you guys took with you, out of sheer friendship, the water genasi, ended up. So I will leave that up to your guys' discretion right now.
Did you leave him in the necklace? No?
There's too much shit in there.
That's true.
That's not a good place to be unsupervised with my deepest, darkest thoughts. No, he is out and I've got him by the ear roll.
All
Dragging
right.
him on his tippy toes.
As the group of you are running with, I'd say, Ash, you are running with this water genasi who's just being pulled by his ear. Let's start with Rotmeyer, Ash, Flo, and Dante. And then Eliana, Dahl, and Honori, we will come back to you guys in just a moment and see what you guys are doing on your side. Ash, Dante, Rotmeyer, right now, you guys are still after him. Dante, you're still going down the river. Not super fast at this point, but, actually, I believe that is going to be another wisdom saving throw, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's
Yes,
where we
sir.
ended last time.
Wisdom save. Yo. We're gonna start off strong with a 10.
All right, you are still making your way down that river. You are absolutely trying to get as far away as possible right now.
Does it look like Dante's scared? Is he fleeing? Or is he just like a robot just moving?
Just a robot, just moving. Like his emotions right now are very
Like
tied.
command?
It's
Could I vibe a spell? Did I see any magic? Did I hear any words? Can I see any effects on him?
I would say, give me just a moment while I look. What can you hear? What can you see and hear outside of the necklace?
I can only hear things, not see things.
Okay. Give me just a moment. You would have heard. You would have heard like a gurgling sound coming from like further on in the dungeon, or in the sewers, I should say.
Do we just leave him to his fates?
Rodmeyer gives you.
Where's he going?
Oh, you and the necklace. I wouldn't see that. Never mind.
No, we were out.
Oh, you're out. You're out. Okay.
Yes, he was asking from before, like as in.
Oh, gotcha.
When it happened.
Everyone's out of the necklace.
Gotcha.
Yes.
In that case, Rodmeyer gives you kind of a look like, "Are you serious? We cannot
No,
leave
no.
him here."
No, I meant until he stops running.
I just call out to him, Dante, stop. Any reaction from?
Do I get a reaction? Am
I would
just looking?
I would say
How far away is he now? How many feet?
If he doesn't, I'm gonna try to
Well,
dispel
he says
magic.
robotic, so I'm not sprinting anymore. So it's just a measly 40 feet a turn.
Oh, I thought you were in the water.
Am I in the water now?
I thought you were swimming.
I thought you were swimming.
Then
you
I'm
were.
cut
You
to
were. You
half
jumped into the
speed.
water.
Then I'm
Yeah,
cut to
so you're
half
already
speed, so
20
20
feet.
feet.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're right there. Dante! Where's Ash's voice gone? I've lost it. I'm gonna practice for a
I
second.
don't need to work on that. I don't get to talk right now. I'm mojoed.
okay, so you don't respond to that.
No.
All right. Can I maybe? I've never done this. Dispel magic. Just
Yeah.
on him.
Uh,
I've literally never cast a spell. It's like the most common spell I've ever seen, but I've never used it.
I cast spell.png.
Yeah.
you level 10s. Give me 1 second.
I cast dispel gif.
I would say it would be. You can make an ability check with your dispel magic. It would be a 15 DC, I believe.
Okay, so I'll cast it and have to beat a DC 15.
Mm-hmm.
Hate being right about guessing what spell's on me.
Okay, so I gotta be a 15. Da 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 da. 15 on the dot.
Rotmeyer, as you kind of like whip the spell up and cast it down the river, Dante, you just immediately like realize that you're pedaling down the water right now, kind of covered in sewer water.
Damn it!
Are you with us now, Dante?
Move to immediately grab onto the edge of it and just hoist myself.
You are covered in sewage. You stun
He's
myself
feeling
all the way
alright.
out.
I knew it'd eventually kick out of him.
Well, this is fucking ruined.
Yeah, apologies, I do not have anything to help you clean up. What was going on there?
I don't think I have any memory of that, do I? I don't think I get to see me being controlled.
I mean, it looked like you dispelled something. Right,
I do not
Mike?
know what.
Yeah, but still.
I can't imagine, Dante, that you would swim in sewage of your own volition.
Nah,
I
this
assume
ain't something I
magical.
like to do generally.
Was it fear? Was it
I don't.
A
obedience?
command of some sort.
As
Yeah.
far as I could tell, I was high and dry running the exact other fucking way. Man, I'm fucking just drenched.
I'm gonna prestidigitation you clean again.
He was in the middle of taking his shirt off and starts putting it back on. Thank you, Ash.
Alright, we should reconvene with the rest of the group then.
Yeah, let's find them.
We could probably get out of here if we wanted.
No,
Nope.
we going in.
Yeah, where? We're not done yet. Are you done?
I mean, it seems a lot less safe the way going back with them right now.
I thought
It would be-
you swore to Eliana you were on our side and you were gonna help us.
I'm trying to save the three of you right now. We could actually just get out and go and be safe together.
I'll be sure to tell the others when we reconvene, and I'm gonna push him forward.
Okay, cool. Worth a shot. As he starts falling
It is the
forward.
fact that it is more dangerous there that is the reason we must go.
Okay, yeah. Like that.
Yeah. You can, and guess what? Now you get to go first.
Yay! As he kind of moves forward, he's really excited as he kind of clambers a little bit ahead of you guys.
Beautiful, lovely. And we find the others. Can we find them?
You guys can start making your way back. I will say all that time took you guys probably like a minute or so, just of actions and kind of getting back and forth. Cutting over to Eliana, Dahl, and Honori. Let me put on some better meat. Need some like real good stuff. Bam. Whoever wants to go through. All right. Back to your guys' side. Eliana, Dahl, and Honori. I'll say Eliana, you were probably ahead of Dahl and Honori by like just a space or so. You made your way forward as you made out what that noise was and what that voice was as it came back and said, "Help me," last time. You're closing in, and as you kind of take a step forward, you're noticing that the room you're coming into is starting to like circle out and hollow on the sides with a big like broken piece of concrete and kind of sewer like smashed in like the northeast corner.
Eliana goes to take another step forward and then turns back to look at Dahl. And she says, "It asked for help, Dahl."
Okay. 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 That's an interesting angle that it played. Kidnapping. Interesting. Duplicating. Another person. I'm
maybe
just
that
trying.
was the only way it could get us to where we could help it. Maybe.
What is it?
I'm not sure, but we should try, right? You said monsters have souls too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Even slime.
So
It's technically a collection of little souls, slime is. But I don't know. That's probably the case with this one too. It's just a collective thought. Can you ask it like questions? Can I ask it questions? That's the better question.
I was detecting its thoughts before, but I still have that going, so I guess we could ask it questions and see if it responds.
I have to speak with animals. Billy, would you consider a collection of tiny cells an animal?
I would say, as creative as that is, I would say this is an ooze, not.
Okay. I thought I'd try.
I do love it though.
It's a
Common.
vertebrate. It's in certain phylums.
Yeah. Thought I'd try anyways. Well, I wonder if it can lead. So it's probably like an organism, right? That has spread everywhere, and we saw that back in like the first like little antechamber area, right? It's all over those things. This is just a little tiny sample of it. So what if the sample is just saying like, help me get out to join the others? Like that could be what it is. What if it's saying put me out of my misery? What if it's saying like come to dinner with me, kind of help me? Like we don't know. So
It sounded sad and scared.
Okay. Like, can we see, like, you said we were following, like, a trail of it.
Mhm.
Is that still the case?
I would say at this point, yeah, you're following what seems to be like a sulfur-smelling red trail, almost like it looks like a mix of that ooze that was coming off earlier. It kind of like globulates. I don't know the word, but there's little blobs of it.
Coagulates?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, we could still follow this and see if it leads to, like, a bigger version. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And Eliana will keep hold of the slime that was in the container, and keep like concentrating her detect thoughts on that. Do you want to try and ask it any questions? And she's gonna start walking forward, following.
Sure. Well, I think about a question. Did we want to meet up with the others before we kept going, or do we want to just assume they'll catch up?
Do you think that they're just gonna hurt it before we get to talk to it?
No, they wouldn't do that. They listen to reason. Often. You know, I'm mostly the unreasonable one, so I think we're safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can then, sure.
Okay. I guess question. Is there a bigger form of you? Are you just a piece of the whole, or... Yeah.
Reading into the thoughts of the little slime that you have in the jar, you just hear more of us.
There's more. There's more of it. Of us.
Okay, so it is like a multi-celled... Yeah, it's like Legion, but slime. Yeah.
Do you specifically need help, or do you all need help as a collective?
We hurt so much.
How would you like us to help?
Come closer.
Oh.
Are you going to hurt us?
We hurt, not you.
Okay.
I mean, that's true. It hasn't hurt us so far. I'm just wondering
That's
if
true,
it
though.
can... Yeah.
We've only hurt it.
That's true. Existing is painful, so I get it. I can sympathize. Okay, I mean, I think we can defend ourselves well enough anyways.
Yeah.
If it were to get bad. Not saying it will get bad or that we want to hurt you, Slime.
We want to help you. Just don't hurt us. Please. Mr. and Mrs. Mix Slime. Okay. Eliana's gonna turn around and see if she can see everyone else coming back yet.
I would say at this point, the conversation's lasted long. You start seeing like a water genasi first, and then you start seeing like Ash right after, and then I'd say Rotmeyer and Dante like right in probably the same spot, side by side.
Hello, everyone!
Good to see you safe.
I have a favor to ask.
Oh no.
You need only ask.
So helpful.
You may not receive.
What is it?
The slime is in pain. And it wants our help.
It talks?
She did
It
detect
has thoughts.
on it.
Oh,
It can think. It's like a giant organism, a group of organisms, all in one.
I hate that. Cool.
And we need to help it.
Mhm.
And I need you to not just hurt it.
Mhm.
Because as Doll and I discovered and spoke about earlier, we have only injured the slime has not injured us.
I injured the slime before I knew it had thoughts. I would
Yes.
like to add.
Yes, and that's why I trust you to not hurt the slime. And then she looks at
As long
Dante.
as it doesn't hurt you, that's my first and only thought.
Mm-hmm.
We've
Is
already
this-
established that it should not hurt us, and if it does, then feel free to do what you must, but I think we should try to help it first before we demolish it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
Is
I
this-
just set it on fire.
Is this what the kids call just a little guy?
It is just a little guy.
But
Very
this is
large
only a
and
little.
expansive.
But that,
Well,
you should have seen the one that was covering Flo.
Speaking of, Flo, you know who's so helpful is Flo. Flo, you have just showcased your ability to be not loyal, but to get the job done with the right incentive. So I think, we could really use your help and in compensation save your life, let you keep your life, if you, went and helped this slime.
Did I give you guys the impression that I could get the job done? Because I was literally stuck in a sewer under like a pile of whatever that was a little while ago. I'm definitely not
You're
the
really
one
good.
to help you guys. So
Flo, you want to be good, right? You're going to help the slime.
from afar.
No, up
Oh,
close.
cool.
If you can do bad things up close, you can do good things up close too. I believe in you.
True. And you're already well endeared to this slime. You guys already have a rapport. So
You have history.
No, I don't. What? I don't have. any
Eliana
of the-
grabs Flo
Oh, okay, sick.
and we'll start dragging him closer to
Just,
the slime.
as you guys
closing the
are
slime.
walking, Dante's just gonna kind of like lean over Ash's shoulder and just go, "So is it during or after flows a puddle on the ground that I start doing stuff to the slime to make sure it ain't stinking
After,
anymore?"
but aren't you so proud of Eliana taking a step forward? So we're such good influences on her. I just step back with a big grin on my face, like we look like better people because of this. Go on, get him, Eliana. I just stand back with Dante. I'm like, you won't touch a thing.
don't ruin this.
Hands up.
I'll go with them too, just in case.
I love Ash.
Eliana, you're just pulling Flo like right through. As Flo is just like, I thought you were good. I don't see how this dignifies you as a good person.
We're helping the slime
Why?
because it said it needed help, and I believe it.
That's great. That's awesome. That's never
Should
led to
I
bad things. Please let me
not
go. As you're pulling.
Believe what people say to me?
You have this, like, vindictive thing about you that I can't really make out, where you say things, like, kind of scary sometimes, but, like, cool.
It's part of the charm. You'll end up
Sick.
it, Flo. Let's go.
Okay. And you pull Flo as he's, like, going through. You make your way forward in that circular room. I'd say wherever you can, like, hear kind of a gurgling sound, it's, like, behind the wreckage of that sewer part. So, like, as soon as you get around, you feel like the source of that gurgling is most likely there.
How do we help?
Have a spell ready, just in case.
Come closer.
I'm already very close. I think I can help you from here.
I can't see you.
Eliana will let go of Flo and take another step closer.
I'm gonna.
Oh, you
Just-
step closer, make him step closer.
I'm gonna real quick, just casually, just on the side, cast Aura of Purity. Just real quick.
Icon.
Just boop, tap on whatever holy symbol I got and activate that little gem for us.
Well, may I know what that little gem does in this area?
It's a 30-foot emanation centered on me. Lasts 10 minutes. While in my aura, you have resistance to poison damage and advantage on saving throws to avoid blinded, charmed, deafened, frightened, paralyzed, poisoned, or stunned.
Wow.
Gnarly.
That's awesome.
Just in case. This feels like a poisony area.
Oh, does it?
Boop.
You see, as you're taking a step forward? As you take a step forward, you see what seems to be like a little slime tendril is like weakly making its way to you. It doesn't touch you, but it is kind of like just hovering up in front of you right now.
Can I do a medicine check on it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Um, 15 plus 5 is a dirty 20.
15 plus 5. Really quickly, I would love to ask one of my wonderful cast members if you could go and copy and paste all of the Line and Veil's main items just really quickly before I go any further on any of this stuff. Just so I can see it. I think I have all of it.
We're gonna be.
I couldn't figure out how it worked, so I will go with the rest of them.
I don't think. Let me be very clear. I'm not asking because of the like what I'm doing next. I'm asking just to be safe as we
I
move
was
forward.
100% thinking
So,
you were being like, okay, we're about to go somewhere.
No,
we actually
I-
want a trip.
I can't.
You
Unfortunately.
mean all the ones that are do not do's?
Yes, please.
Okay.
If somebody could please send that to my somewhere that I can see it, that would be fantastic.
Y'all wrote interested in these things?
Well, just
Physical abuse?
no, just like it's okay if it happens, kind of.
Is this blob about to get
I'm
real
interested
racist
in
on us?
Emotional abuse? Interested.
Oh,
Wow.
I've got a lot of views about the estate
Anyway,
tax.
God, y'all are dark.
while this is
Whoa.
going on,
We just get judged in real time.
yeah.
Interested?
This
I'm
is just
sorry.
what's not gonna trigger me, bestie. Oh,
Love it.
Maybe we should change that from interested. I'll change it.
yeah.
As I will say, as it gets dropped in there, I will describe as you do a medicine check. You notice that the tendril, it just seems very weak. Like it seems like whatever it is, it's just kind of like almost shivering. Like every time it kind of like moves a little bit, shivers a little bit.
So it seems like it's cold, or like it has the chills.
It seems like whatever's affecting it is giving it some kind of shiver. You can't, like, medicine, you're noticing that it most likely either has, like, some sort of deficiency somewhere where it's like whether that's like blood, whether that's, and not to get crazy with descriptions, but whether that's like an injury, or it's something that is giving it like kind of a weaker state.
Send Billy. Okay. She's going to try just a healing word on it and see if that seems to impact it at all. She just hums like a little lullaby for it. That is soothing.
You say you do that as you kind of like you hum, and it kind of just like passes through I'd say the little tendril that's kind of sticking out to you. You do feel like a kind of like it connects to the soul almost of whatever it is. Many like different souls, whatever is there, it kind of just like stops shivering as the tendril kind of just hovers there for a second.
Oh, this is stupid. I'm so sorry, guys.
Do it.
Go for it.
Send it. Full send.
Eliana reaches out to take the tendril like it's a hand to try and comfort it.
Ready to pull you out.
It's going to be okay. We're going to help you. You can't kill me yet, Billy. My art isn't done being colored in.
The art is done. We can do whatever dumb shit we want.
You got me.
Anyone else? Dead immediately.
That's a good tip for the future. If you don't have artwork yet, feel free.
A bit colored in.
That's how you always get me. If it's ever a tail stream, that's how you get me. Give me just a moment.
We can adopt it.
Yeah. Oh, we have a little slime pet.
Yeah. Or a giant slime pet. Put it in Ash's apartment.
Yeah.
That's gonna end up well.
Will it fit?
I
No.
don't think so.
I think she'll let it fit.
I don't. But then it could just be like a cool like vibe, and then if your mom tries to get in there, she's just gonna be encompassed in slime.
My mother will be so upset. It will be my problem, not anyone else's.
Eliana, as the little tendril is kind of just floating there and you touch it, you almost feel as like it's in your hand. You like get like a quick burst of like a lot of it. Like your brain is just like a lot of things are processing at once. Almost like you're taking in too much information. You feel like the best way to put it is a lot of stories are going like very quickly in your brain as it's kind of just like moving. You feel like you see like little pictures kind of roaming through. Some things you recognize, some things you don't. I will say, as this happens, I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
You
Is
do
this
you have advantage on it?
a charm?
It is not a charm.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Well, it's still a 19 plus 3, so 22.
Give me just a moment. Eliana, you, as it like connects and you feel like all of these things are kind of like going off at once, you almost have a moment where you're concentrated on like one specific. Can you describe me one specific memory from Eliana's past?
Yeah. Eliana is focusing on a memory where she is in the Feywild. And it's the first time she is allowed to look at somebody's soul after being taught how to do so. And she's watching the colors build and the intricate way that the light in a soul interweaves with its darkness. And she's focusing on the lines that pass through.
You take a second, you focus in on that beautiful memory, kind of like reliving some of the moments, the how it kind of felt, the sights, how it smelled, how it sounded. And like as you're kind of taking those moments in, you feel like this memory is starting to just like get pulled from you, like you're losing, like you start to forget like what it means to be there, like what the sights kind of like meant to you, as like you see like kind of the outsides of it start to fade. I'd say you kind of determined to hold on to what memories you do have. You are able to kind of like grasp it and pull it back with whatever mental strength you have as the walls kind of like rebuild. But you feel like while you got some information in this trade, whether you can make it out or not, something tried to pull the information back from you. But you take no damage.
Eliana lets go.
Are you all right?
Don't try to take that from me.
Gurgling sounds, because I can't do.
Gurgling.
I'm sorry.
Just eat your microphone. It'll work.
I'm okay. I am okay.
Did it say anything to you?
I felt like I was experiencing or remembering everything. But not my everything. I'm not sure. Do you think it has the memories of all the bodies that are down here?
I would not be surprised if that were the case.
Makes
It's a
sense.
collective, so it would make sense that it would take
Existing is hard. Existing that many lifetimes seems a lot harder.
As
How do we
someone
help
that's
it?
as an advocate for nature, I would say that there is a point in time when the merciful thing is to let it go. And it sounds like it does need help. It didn't specify in the way it wanted help.
Okay. Just if we have to do this, let's do it kindly, please.
Can you ask it if it will resist or fight us?
Yes. We want to help you. To do so, are you okay? Are you going to resist if we try to help you?
Concentrate as the rest of you hear like that gurgling. Eliana, you hear it's what I want, but something first.
What first?
May I please have memory? Something
good? Okay. Eliana reaches back out to the tendril and oh, don't cry, Sabrina. She reaches out to the tendril and she remembers the first time it felt like Gear was maybe not just her manager but her friend, and he was giving her money for her last show, and he cracked some stupid joke, and Eliana could not stop laughing, and it just felt like everything was light and good, and like being here, she had somebody who cared about her. And while she's remembering this, she's also going to cast calm emotions on the tendril so that all the other thoughts kind of go away.
As you do that, you give off what this memory is. You kind of feel like the walls trickle down of what you're thinking about. You feel it almost like slowly kind of fade from the inside. You feel as everything physical about this memory is just slowly starting to kind of trickle. You feel like even the floor that you're standing on is starting to dissipate. You, in turn, you, as you kind of watch as this memory like fades and kind of goes away from you, a memory comes to you. And this time not in the like verbiage of like a lot of different people or like a lot of memories coming very fast for it to like not decipher what is kind of happening. You do have like a moment where you see like what seems to be an elvish couple. You see two elvish women that are running through the sewers from a different point of view. The sewers, you see the walls are kind of like more of a classier stone. Not definitely as dirty as you're looking at it right now, as they're kind of running. You see as one of them has red hair, kind of just goes a little bit more forward and turns back, looking like you could see like the sight of the person that you're like the POV of somebody from behind. As you see this red-headed elf turn back and say, "We gotta go. They're gonna be down here in no time. Come on." Goes, I can't leave the city behind. As they're kind of going back and forth, just pondering what's next. You hear sounds, like very vicious sounds coming from behind. As you see the red-headed elf reach a hand out with a smile and say, "Come on, let's go." And in that moment, you see what seems to be like a red slime tendril just kind of slap the wall to the side, as it just like kind of narrowly misses what is the red-headed elf, as she kind of ducks down, and both of them go, "There's something else in here. We gotta go now!" And they both run, as you see the red-headed one gets a little bit ahead, realizing that she doesn't have the hand, and you just see a big blur of red slime kind of just take the red-haired elf forward and down the sewer a little bit further. And you see as the POV you're watching from kind of stops and goes, "Arlene? Hello? No. As she stops, turns to the left, and there seems to be like a little ooze, like a small red ooze, but this one just looks kind of like it's just gestating, just sitting. And as she kind of turns to the left, the ooze slowly rolls towards her. That's the end of the memory. The last thing you hear at the end of this is, "Not the threat." I'm ready.
Eliana lets go and looks back at Doll. Do what you must. And she's going to grab, oh my gosh, I forgot her name again. Anori.
Anori.
Anori. And walk a Nori out of the room so Nori doesn't have to see whatever is about to happen.
You let her live in your apartment.
I did.
Billy, really quickly, looking at it, can I surmise if it would take necrotic damage or not? Because it's kind of like an after production of life. It's a byproduct of life.
I think it could. I think it could take necrotic. I don't see anything stopping it.
Okay. I look at Ash and Dante and Rotmeyer, and I say, does anyone want to start us off, or shall I?
I mean, if anyone's gonna put it down one shot, it's gonna be you, though.
I
That's
fear
what-
my abilities are not for damage. They are for healing, and that would make things only worse.
I can also do necrotic. So if you wanted, we could maybe do. I can do
Double?
chill touch, double necrotic.
Okay. Yeah, and then Dante, if
See
you
if that
just want to be ready on hand. I know it's asking to be let go, but it's hard when it actually comes down to it. Survival instincts again. Okay, I'm gonna hold out my hand, and in like a gentle spirit of things, there's gonna be black smoke that comes out of my fingertips. And as it flows down, it buffs over the slime, kind of like a fog would. So it's not sharp, it's not abrasive, it's very calming. And I'm going to cast Blight at 5th level. And that's a con save of 16.
It fails to save.
Okay.
Alongside it, I'll kind of stand beside Dole as they are doing this black smoke, and I feel like maybe I don't know. I guess yeah. Let's do this. Let's do this. It's a wisdom saving throw, and I'm going to do Toll of the Dead, but I'm going to try. And as I do it, instead of making them these horrid bells of death, I want them to be more of like a chime to the next stage of life. Something a bit more beautiful and less intrusive as I send this sound towards them.
Group, both of you, Doll, as you kind of overlay the smoke that kind of envelops Ash, the bells, like you feel a peace, like instead of feeling something horribly negative. As you both kind of like envelop this creature, you see as the slime, the red ooze kind of like slowly starts fading. You do see like at like the last moment, a part of the ooze kind of like forms what seems to be an elvish face, like ears and all. It kind of like very non-descriptive hair as well. Like it kind of like it's really short into like a pixie cut almost, but and you just see like a smile. Thank you. As the ooze kind of just settles, shrivels. Everything that was in it fades away.
So is there more? Less? I didn't see any of those visions, so I don't know shit. Well, the job's done. Let's go.
Hopefully, yeah. I do like a quick glance around and just make sure that we don't see any other like tendrils traveling out of this space, and the ones that have been cut off.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation to just look around, or perception, whichever one.
I'd be happy to help you.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Did you want to roll separately or together?
No, your perception's probably better than mine, so I'll just give you advantage.
Thank you. Okay. 21.
You take a look around, noting anything that looks kind of odd or not, like any red like tendrils or anything. You don't see anything. Nothing from the ceiling, nothing on the walls, nothing on the floor. It looks like whatever it was kind of got shriveled. Whatever you both did.
Okay. Well, there will be other ways that those bodies find their way back to the cycle of life. So
We still gotta figure out who's dumping them down here, though, I guess. Maybe?
yeah.
Is-
Maybe
We won?
Ileana received a memory about that. She said she saw a lot of things, all at once. Maybe
Maybe.
there was something in there about who might have been doing it. The slime had to have seen something, right?
Yeah. Right?
Do slimes of this nature occur frequently in sewers in this area?
I'd say from local
Is
knowledge.
that something I could know?
I'd say
Or is it like a...
you're not used to this. Like this is something very foreign.
I wonder if someone placed it here on purpose. Perhaps to keep travelers from traveling through these tunnels.
It's a good disposal method, too.
Exactly. But
Whatever
we should...
it was, it still doesn't solve our problem. And I hope, Flo, you know a way out of here.
I mean, are we gonna try to throw me towards whatever that thing is again, or are we just like, are we cool? Are we all good? I can try. I can take you out, but I'm not leading.
Yeah. How about you lead, and then once we get there, we'll decide if we're all good.
That's. I don't know how any of these deals benefit me because I feel like every time we have these conversations, I feel like my life isn't really weighed in the balance of these very well. You know what I mean?
It is, though, because if you die, that doesn't really matter to us, and also, I have another meat puppet that I can operate, so it's kind of up to you to see, do I want to live or meat puppet?
If Eliana hears talking from outside the room,
What the fuck?
Okay, alright. Flo, I do not know you very well, but it looks to me as though you are working from a negative here. I think that your services to this party would put you at a 0, possibly. Which I think might be your best outcome.
Can I just refer to one thing really fast? At the beginning of this, little adventure that we've all been on for probably about 60 minutes, maybe at this point, y'all were talking about good and kindness and goodness and stuff, and like how we're all gonna be like great people. So far, I'm not feeling the love. I'm not really feeling the kindness and good adventurer spirit, if that makes any sense.
I didn't speak of
You're
that
not
for a
trying
damn
hard
minute.
enough.
Oh, cool.
No. Life is a balance. You have to have both.
Okay. Okay, sick. Yeah, cool. Follow me, I guess. We can just go back to where we were going.
Let's destroy
So
this man.
helpful.
Good.
Follow me.
He's gonna be questioning whether he wants to be alive when he gets out.
Hundreds of people have ripped themselves apart because of this man in Pendagrave, and he deserves no sympathy.
Sure.
Just because he can stomach enough to stand back and watch it from a distance doesn't mean he gets to retch as soon as his legs are caked in shit.
Real.
Jesus Christ.
You want me to say that with a funny voice? I will.
It's up to you guys. What do you want to do?
Man's a murderer.
Push him
Not a good
forward
man.
and let him lead.
Take us to the exit. I'll walk beside you, don't worry. I need
That's
you
very
alive more than I need you dead. And I walk alongside him.
Sure, I'm not going to get any context into that, am I? Okay.
Now, you can ask questions if you like. I'll see if I feel like answering them.
Yeah, you know what? I actually goddamn do have a question.
Now he's getting.
You want to be polite about it, or you want to have an attitude?
Okay, well.
And I keep walking.
He gets a fucking
Hey,
gusto
hey!
about him.
Starts coming after you. I didn't finish! As you both keep walking down.
I'm gonna very, very quietly cast Spare the Dying on him.
I'll do that. I can't bring him back.
How long does Spare the Dying last? I'll remember it, so then Dol doesn't lose out on a week of it.
Oh no, he has to have already been knocked out, so I can't do that.
Please don't meet
It
that.
didn't even work. I turn around and poke my tongue out at you. Meat puppet.
Okay, you know what? No. You and your
Me?
stoic brother. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what?
Stop pointing at me. I'll rip that fucking finger off. Sorry for swearing.
Okay, fine. As he points up, he goes, we wouldn't even be in this mess if I didn't have to go deal with your guys' stuff back at the other place. I'm just saying the blame is not just me, right? There is a whole idea that I had to go clean up your guys' mess in that city. Maybe I should get something, you know what I mean? Maybe we should be friends.
Did you clean it up or did you leave? Did you also make it worse under our name? I thought that was the point. Are you really... I know the facts. Do you want to tell the truth?
Was it already bad under your name? Do you think maybe your goods were sold at too high of a price? Do you think maybe the guy that was selling stuff was awful? But we never asked these questions.
He might have been, but guess what? Everyone remembers you.
Well, that's unfortunate, and I can't choose what people think.
That truly is unfortunate. It really is. And I mean, you're alive. I haven't flayed you. You're all good.
Maybe
Let's
we could
keep going.
we could start at a 0 instead of a -1. Hey, I'm Flo, and I'm the Smoke Spites, and we just shake hands and we're cool, right?
But if I let you go right now, you would run to the Glacial Exchange, would you not?
Well, I mean, I'm probably not. Hang on, I went through the whole lie detector thing. That proved me. Whatever they were, made me stand in a zone, and I had to tell you things.
All right.
Yeah. Fucked up. And he keeps he walks ahead. He's fucking got it. And he keeps going.
You got it.
Are they going forward
confident.
Are they going forward out to where Eliana, or are we going back?
Yes. No, we're going to you, so then we can walk together.
Heard.
You guys all meet back up. You're going backwards though, towards where you came from. As you guys all kind of meet back up. Eliana Honori's still with you as she's kind of quiet right now, just taking your guys' lead, as a lot of things just happened.
Rodmeyer, how long have you been here? In the city, I mean.
A few months. Why?
The slime, it showed me a memory, and people were trying to escape.
Escape from what?
Here.
From these sewers, or escape into the...
From the city.
Were they synth Phelan, or were they...
They were elves.
Oh.
And don't...
That, just so you know, when that blob thing melted down, that looked like an elf.
Mm-hmm.
And we've seen some elven bodies strewn about also, right?
Oh, have we? More?
I mean, ain't the saying... No. So we know that there's a lot of Synthalen that are elvish, but not all Synthalen are resembling elves, correct?
All Synthalen do generally resemble elves, but you guys have seen multiple races down here, not just elves. You guys have seen...
We can tell the difference between an elf and a synth Phelan, though.
Yes.
That's
Oh, yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
obvious. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just a similarity that might bear pointing out. Have we seen just a standard elf here?
I'd say
Like-
there's a quarter. Like when I was
Okay.
describing the majority to the less amount of people there, like the majority stake is Synthphalan, but there is like a 10 to 15 to 20% of like mixed races.
Do we know if the Synthphalan have always been here, or if they also arrived by portal, like the last town and the bug people? Which one?
They arrived here after something terrible happened on their plane.
And I think it was like, Billy, correct me if I'm wrong, the original residents of Tarson Vale were kind of swapped out. Do I have that right, or am I confusing that with Pentagraven?
I thought that was Pentagraven.
That was
I mean, it's
Pentagraven.
both.
Or is it both?
That was
both.
Pentagraven. I will say, I mean, you guys have never met the former group of Carson Vale, so you don't
Would
know.
have thought the reserved group of people from Tarson Vale all of a sudden are missing and replaced with people from another plane who had to come here.
And I have a feeling, and I mean, this is just a hunch, but I feel like both of them, are they like, is this like a future past thing?
Future past in what way?
Yeah. Like
Like
as
an
in,
X-Men thing.
yeah. That like an X-Man thing. Like as in they're swapping places with their future and past selves in a extreme way, in like a massively changed way. You know, like the people came back with bug skin, but she also had a ring on her finger, so like a lot of time had passed. And then maybe the elves that were in Tarson Vale are now robot
back
elves because of
They've been gutted.
they're being
Parts.
gutted and turned into these things after. I mean,
I was just
it could
gonna
be
say
a
that. What
huge
if they're just
future jump.
modified elves?
Yeah.
What if I
yes.
mean they're going through, they're taking these modifications to the next level? It seems they could. There's a possibility.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
the only
I don't know
reason
much about Sunfield.
the only reason I say is because we found the bug person with the ring, and that's it. That's my
Well,
fault. It was
and
old and
also,
broken and stretched or whatever.
if the Synthphalan have come from another plane, in what was it? In less than gods, we should probably say maybe half a year, full year. It's mighty interesting for their leader, supreme and beloved and established person, with all of his subordinates immediately underneath him, to be put in. Wouldn't we think that some people of the old regime would still be around if it was just half a year of Synthphalan integrating into Tarson Vale? Oh my.
Is there a history of Tarson
Losing
Vale?
my
Like,
mind.
yeah, let's find
It
the
was-
library.
people's knowledge extend beyond how long they've been doing?
They would trading city, if I remember correctly.
Trading capital.
They would have records then, I'm
Yeah.
Well,
sure.
We find.
because I think
Let's find the
people have
records
records.
office.
Well, and think
Don't
about it
we have a
like
library?
this: for half a year, for the place to go from the trading capital of the world, no Synthphalan to speak of, then in half a year they go to completely closed off from the rest of the place. 80% population swap. That ain't something that happens just naturally. You don't change an entire culture in 6 months.
Do you guys? Are there any explosion sites here? Like,
We're like
far out of
craters.
the close, but like that you do you know if there's any part of the city that you're unable to get to that maybe looks like it was an explosion site at any point?
Eliana and Rotmeyer, you guys have been in the city for a while. I'd say, I believe, a little, like, under a year for you guys, but a while. I can absolutely, if you guys want, if you could justify how you would know history or what parts you would know, like, I am more than happy to justify the roles for you guys.
I mean, Eliana likes to go to taverns and listen to people's stories to turn them into songs. So she would be talking to locals all the time to hear what their life was like.
I think Rotmeyer would also have sort of maybe like a lesser but some connection to people as he's treating them. Maybe some of the older citizens that he's trying to help would talk occasionally. I don't think maybe he would have as much of a rapport as Eliana would with her clientele and the customers.
Eliana, actually, Rotmeyer and Eliana, both of you roll me a history check.
Hey, over a 10 for once. That's an 18.
18. Awesome.
I got a 12.
12. Rotmeyer, I'd say with an 18, based on Ash, you're speaking, like, and Dal and Dante, you're all speaking out loud as you're having this conversation with everybody, correct?
Yeah.
Rotmeyer, one thing that strikes you about kind of this information is you don't know a single person that you've treated that has talked about the past of Tarson Vale. Like, anything prior to, like, what's happening now. And then, Eliana, I would say for you, the biggest thing that you can kind of, like, think about right now is most of the people that have been here, that have been discussing, like, just kind of, like, chatting in the bars, most of them have been Synth Phelan. Most of the, like, other races that you've seen have mostly been travelers from, like, the outside that have been welcomed in some way or another. I would say you do hear a lot of conversations kind of about just getting used to the place is what you kind of just hear about the bar.
Is that familiar to Pentagraven? What was it? Pentagon Raven.
Pentagraven.
Pentagraven.
Diagon Alley.
Diagon Alley. Because they couldn't freaking remember or talk about the past either, could they?
They struggled. Yeah.
They couldn't. But, like, for being a historically prevalent city, not everyone can be newcomers.
No. Excuse me, Flo, and I'm just gonna, like, walk up to them and I'm gonna be like, what made you leave? Because you left right in time.
What? Pentagraven?
Yeah.
Did
you get a missive? Did you get a message? Did you get notice to leave?
Oh yeah, I was told by Brooke to go to Carson Vale to kind of just get stuff ready here. To kind of
ready for what?
To further a partnership. I mean that's about it. Like
when you arrived with the Synth Phelan and prevalent.
Yeah.
All right.
The Synth Phelan, at least Voltark remembers their past.
The people that I've spoken to around town, they do not remember or seem to speak of anything beyond several months or so. Now that I think about it.
I just thought I was meeting a...
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I just thought I was meeting a lot of new people, but now that I think about it, it is a little strange.
What do you remember, Nori?
She's just quietly sitting there and not saying a word. Just watching you guys go.
Waiting for us to press A to interact.
Oh, hey, sorry.
He's a great person.
There was a lot of dialogue options between the main characters first.
Nobody ever selects me. I mean, you guys got my name wrong again a little bit earlier.
I did not. I didn't say it right, didn't I?
It was
Oh, yeah.
Nori. It was
Called
me.
me Anari. But that's okay. I don't think about these things often. No, I mean, if you want to know as much as I know, we came from a lane that was terrible. It was not like Carson Vale, but besides us swapping here, from what you guys are saying, I mean, we showed up and it's kind of just like we were here.
Was it empty when you got here?
The city was empty, yeah. And there was nothing.
I wonder if they would have gotten rid of the existing records moving in. Fresh area, fresh leadership. They are just looking at this as an opportunity to do whatever they want.
But was there an established graveyard?
Yeah, I mean that's always like as far all of the things that have been here, from my understanding, have been here. It's just been retrofitted with a lot of our technology.
So the bodies down here might remember more than the people up there.
Very true.
That might be why the slime was here consuming them. To remove those memories.
Oh my god! Has anyone got Speak with Dead? We have that,
I
right?
believe I do.
We did that once, I
used-
think, earlier.
Yeah.
I have it. Still.
We've got
let me
better
see.
questions now, though. Let's try and find a really old elf at the bottom of a pile.
Yeah, like a skeleton. As long as it has a mouth, I believe it can talk.
Did it
Maybe I
seem like
don't have it. Maybe Rotmeyer, you're the one.
Oh, I definitely don't
It's
speak with
me.
dead.
Yeah, I thought it
it's
was
really
you.
on.
Oh, sorry.
It's
Dead,
okay.
it's spooky.
Did it seem like
that sounds
in the flash of the memories
Icky.
that Eliana was getting, it was only bad memories?
Not necessarily. I'd say you got like a mix. Some of them were good, some of them were. I'd say the emotions you felt from the memories going so fast were like very kind of all over the place.
I imagine
Oh.
the older corpses here would have had their memories drained already.
Yeah.
Raiders.
Well, hello.
While I'm not an advocate for disturbing anyone else's rest, maybe,
We should
we go in the
the
tomb-
mausoleum.
yeah, the
Hmm.
mausoleum we could probably pull someone from.
Are we going back to the mausoleum?
Ah!
I mean, at
And
this
you know
point,
what?
it's just on
Wait,
the
no.
way.
No. We don't need to, because in the bag of holding are the skeletons from the mausoleum that we packed into Doll's bag.
All
That's right! I forgot about those. Dope.
I'm sorry,
I dig
what
around
did you
in the
do?
bag and pull out a skull.
I'm so sorry. We unpacked the things because we thought that Eliana would want to sleep in a nice bed, and so we
What,
cleared
my-
it out.
Closable
I rub my
private
temples.
quarters situation.
So I guess
Oh,
look for an
goodness.
elf skull.
Oh my god, this is really bad.
Oh, skull.
That's the most
so bad.
amazing thing.
That's so bad.
Think
That's so
elves
very bad.
know.
No, it's great.
Doll would know the difference between an elf skull and a human skull. I mean, the only real difference is probably like bone structure, because they don't have ears anymore. There's
And
no
if they were all in that mausoleum, I bet they were all elves anyway.
You think?
Elves have a
Elves
different
are
bone
racist,
structure
right?
from the eyebrows.
Well, elves don't often die.
No, I know that's true.
Why would they be in the mausoleum? Yeah.
Well, let me get out my fantasy phrenology book.
Let me see what I've got here
One of-
on the dead.
The bone structure of an elven skull supports a higher furrows for the ridge for eyebrows.
Yeah.
So,
Did
That
you take
indicates a high level of intelligence.
there's a
No.
high level intelligence for those big ass eyebrows.
It's more brain packed into the brows.
Did you
They're
take
just not
the
walking
skeleton
around the brain.
from the tomb of the person with
took
the important
4.
name?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Do
took
you
9.
remember which one that is?
I took 9. Can I dig around in my bag of holding, Billy, and pull out the 4?
It just
We
sounds
have
like
a variety.
it just sounds like a xylophone as you're just clawing through.
Yeah.
Rotmeyer pulled his cape up over his eyes.
All
Just-
right,
Leave me out of this.
Buddy,
we'll
it's
just shift you that way.
Yeah, just like just my foot just scraping against the dirt.
Flo is just horrified watching you guys do this. But as you kind of like dig through, I would say you pull out a couple different like sets. There's I would say, like you said, there's probably 4 sets that you pulled out.
Yeah. I think that's what you originally said. You originally said there was 4 things. We emptied 4. What are they called? Is it a tomb? It's not a casket because that's wood, right? It's a coffin.
Coffins can be wood as well, but they can also be
mausoleums.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever those are, we emptied those out to use for beds, and then we packed them into the bag of holding.
Correct.
So whatever the 4 were in there are there.
We have concealed skeletons available to us.
As you throw down 4 of them, I'd say give me 1, 2, 3, or 4, and tell me which one you pick. And we can, unless you want to try to like investigate to figure out which one might fit the description of what you're trying to find.
Absolutely. Yeah. I would like to do like a medicine check to figure out. Come on,
doll. Let's look at their eyebrows. Come on.
Yeah. Dirty 20.
Nice.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Out of the
I have
4,
a +8 to my medicine.
Out of the 4 you see, 2 of them look like they have like, I would say like, probably like skinnier kind of like bones that are like a little bit more, I'd say like less bone marrow inside. Yeah, probably like they just seem a little bit more hollow, like somebody that's more dexterous.
Okay.
They also have bird bones.
They have bird bones. They're it's very hard to describe bones of something that I have no way to describe, but they're a little bit more narrow and like they less marrow. And then I would say, so out of the 2 of them, you kind of make your best guess that these 2 are probably like elvish.
Okay. I should have asked first, Ileana, do you need to take a rest first before we can open this project?
I could cast this maybe like 4 times over, one might say, before I need to sleep.
Wonderful. Perfect. Okay.
You're
I'm
so
sorry,
proud,
3 times over.
It's still impressive, don't worry.
Yes. I think we should prepare some questions before we wake them up. Are they original residents of Tarson Vale?
And then only if the question is yes, do we need to continue.
Were they hunted?
Yeah.
We have 3.
Do you know where the rest of the residents have gone? Was there like a, there might have been like, if they were escaping, there might have been like a PSA, escape to here.
Yeah.
Maybe do they remember a planar shift, a planar collision?
Yeah.
Maybe we could ask the because like the glacial exchange are involved somehow. I wonder if like they need to be aware of them beforehand or just afterwards, or if it doesn't matter. I'm sure it doesn't matter.
Do you all know if the heart, the artifact that you all were talking about, was it always located here before?
Wait, what artifact? Is this the artifact that we're like get our big mission?
I was under the impression that it had existed somewhere before us, but that when we were brought on, like the Owlin just made it seem like it had always been here. We didn't receive a lot of context as to its origins.
Because Voltark acted like at least it had been here for a decent while.
We did get sent here to get there was a reason we were sent to Tarson Vale.
Mm-hmm. I mean, at the very least, it's probably been here as long as he has.
Do we know the artifact's name?
The Heartifact.
Is it the Heartifact? Is that its name?
Might as well call it that.
If we say artifact in a question, will they know what we're talking about? If we ask about whether or not there is something here?
Well, if there's something of that importance, then I feel like it would be the prize of the town.
Yeah.
I mean,
Did you ask about
would
the
make
heart of the
sense.
city?
yeah. There's not a lot of big trade cities that have gotten their name in trade because of luck. A lot of times there's something special in them that gives them the advantage. It would make sense that it would have been here. Anori, did you bring the artifact with you? I don't think so, because it was in the olive tree, right?
What? Yeah, yes. Do we? I'm sorry, I don't recall. Do we know where the artifact is right now?
No, I think we were asking if you brought it from your plane to here or if it had existed.
Oh, no. I mean, everything I read and everything I knew, it came from a tree. Like a really, really old tree.
And that matches with what you have to say, doll, right?
Yes. Yes.
So we don't need to
That
ask
tree
about that then.
was everything. No, we don't need. So the other question was, were they part of a planar shift? Sorry, I was writing them down so we wouldn't forget. What was the other one?
Yeah.
That was the.
Yeah, a planar shift or a dimensional crash. I don't know what they would be called.
Yeah. It was portals,
No, that's
I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is there anything else we wanted to ask? Rotate. I think they just have
Is
to
that
be
5 questions?
I have 3.
Okay. What
was
were
the
the
other
3 that you got down?
I have, were they original residents? Were they hunted? And were they part of a planar shift?
I mean, we could just ask
The
some more
escape
like
plan.
concise things of like why we, if you were trying to leave, why. But these ones
Yeah.
were the ones in the crypt, so they probably weren't trying to leave.
Oh yeah, fuck. I've got no idea.
Right.
Mhm.
Is there
right.
no, we need
So
to know
they would
like,
only
is
know.
there where people would escape to if there was an attack on the city?
They would probably only know the Tarzan
you
Vale
know
that
what-
it existed before everyone
Yeah.
else.
Do you know what a synphalin is? That's an easy way to clear up everything on whether
Yeah.
they've been here or not.
I think we should ask their names.
Yeah.
Because
We
have an
we
extra
didn't
question.
even look. We didn't even look at their names.
Well, we know that one name was important because it was the
Mm.
entry code to get back into the crypt.
Mm-hmm. And know if we're gonna get, I wouldn't say the only good, but I'd say probably the best information if the name the skull says matches the name on the crypt.
Mm.
And we don't know if the one that the name of the one we have is one of these skulls.
Yeah,
these
so-
2 skulls.
It would be the first question, and it doesn't mean that we don't have to ask it the rest of the questions. It just puts it into context.
Mm-hmm.
If we have those 3 like questions that would come from beforehand, the what is your name, do you know what a synphalin is, are context questions.
Yeah.
Set stuff in the right picture, and then everything else can be filled in better.
Give it a go.
3 or
Take it.
4 were the ones that were elf-like, right?
Mm.
2 of them were.
Yep, 3. Yeah, it was the 3rd and 4th.
Yeah,
set.
like when laid out.
Do you guys have a preference? Which one I speak to first?
I mean, I'll randomly choose a number just happily if you want me to.
Yes, please.
All right, 4.
Eliana places her hand on the skull number 4. What's behind that door? And she sings, "Speak once again will help you, my friend. Then back to rest. After your story you confessed."
Hell yeah.
You make these up on the spot.
We.
Wow. So
Yeah.
talented. You could rap. You could be a very successful rapper.
I'm really good
Yeah.
at the Jackbox game where you make the robots rap. Anyway, sorry.
Oh, that one's my
yeah.
favorite.
I knew that was a trivia fact somewhere. As you cast it, you see like as the bones kind of like pull forward, and you see like what seems to be like a green light coming right out of the face, the eyes, and the mouth.
What is your name?
And you hear like a gasp as it kind of like takes a second. I remember the name. It's Lavandro.
Oh, is that the name on the thing, guys?
Let's check it out.
check.
No, it was Urak.
This is not Urak, but it's okay.
Not
we will
Urak.
Continue.
Sounds important.
What was the next question you wanted, doll?
Do they know what a synth-phalin is?
Do you know what a synth-phalin is?
One killed me.
Ouch.
Ain't we have a fucking story?
This question is not for you, this is for the group, so do not answer this. Do we want to expand on that?
Yeah, ask them how they died.
Yeah, we want the complete
Yeah.
story of their death, I think.
Yeah, just
Tell us-
Even before.
Tell us what happened when you died and what happened before you died.
I came back from traveling outside of Tarson Vale. Came back to a city that was no longer mine. Entered the tavern. Recognized no faces. Moments later, I hear traitor. I'm taken outside, and everything goes black.
this man got shot in the streets.
They literally emptied out all the graves, including these ones, and put just fucking random people in them. Ah!
Oh boy.
So I guess that answers the question about the planar shift because he was not here when that happened.
Can we ask about
so
the year that that they arrived back, or does that not matter? Because we are pretty sure that it's the same time that all this
Around
shit
six.
happened.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, good
So-
so, now.
Bodies don't take that long to turn into skulls. So
What other questions, doll? Are there
I don't know if he would know if there was an escape plan.
No,
Yeah, probably
probably
not,
wouldn't.
because he had just come back from travels.
he got dragged out and shot in the streets like a dog.
Well, Flo said something told, or that. So we were wondering about people who left, right,
Mm-hmm.
before the thing happened, and it seemed like it was just in time. So maybe we can ask why he left. What told him to leave before the shift happened?
I mean, best case we get some. Worst case he was traveling.
Yeah.
Why did you leave Tarson Vale?
I left to seek trade in Valenbrook.
Interesting.
Is that 4? We have
Mhm.
one more.
Or maybe something about the glacial exchange. Nah, because they wouldn't. I don't know.
He might have. I mean, Smoke Spots are people doing trade in Valmbook, but it wears.
Oh, the artifact! The artifact!
Yeah.
Did Tarson Vale, as you remember it, have a precious artifact may be referred to as the heart.
And its location.
And its location.
The technicality.
The heart was never in Tarsonvale, as it fades.
Whoa.
We don't get the
You
location.
did know what the heart was, though. Oh
He
my
did.
gosh.
Ain't
Okay,
that some? We got a story, folks.
So it wasn't here before the shift.
They went. And
We just
got
have to find the olive tree now.
I mean,
That's where it came from. And the olive
Mhm.
tree is not here.
no, it ain't.
No. But I think we can still locate object on the artifact, though, right?
I mean, yeah.
Because that's what we were
but-
doing last time when we were running to. That's why we were trying to get past the second gate, was to get
Right,
to that.
because
Or was
we
it to get to
can-
Voltark?
It wasn't to get to Voltark, no.
No, it was the artifact.
It's the artifact because we feel 100% artifact needs to be plucked from undeserving hands. And if there are undeserving heads nearby it, then so be it. They can get,
I'm gonna take out a marker of some kind, charcoal or something, and mark the skull. Number 4.
I've got ink. I just 1, 2, 3, 4, and I actually
Beautiful.
I pop his name on there too. Just hold his
Perfect.
name.
Great.
So.
Levandral.
Drew.
Levan-
Luther
It
of
was the Andrew.
Vandral.
It was Oath.
Luther Vandross.
What was the one
Luther
we were
Van-
looking for? Oh, something.
Uri.
Uthrak?
Does that seem that was
Urak.
Urek.
that was
That doesn't
Sylvan,
sound like
right?
an elvish name.
No, don't.
Yes. It was written in Sylvan,
It was
wasn't
written
it?
in Sylvan, so I would guess that it would still be Elvish.
Fae, at the very least.
Yeah, Faye.
They went for like an exotic name when naming their elvish child. They were like,
Yeah.
orcish. Yeah. I don't know.
They wanted
Do we
to be
want to do
different.
3?
I mean, the
Do
other.
we have any questions left? I'm thinking
we
maybe
have
we should
asked if
think
he was
of-
traveling with anybody.
or if he met up with anyone when he came back. If he like saw a family or anything.
He said he didn't see. Oh no, yeah, no. He did say there was no recognizable faces.
That's
Mhm.
true.
Which means you ain't probably got anyone. Also,
they
it ain't
let-
probably worth to ask him again anything. I'm not sure. We'd get more from a different skull anyway. More
Different
context.
perspective.
I'm wondering
Why would
why
they let
humans
new
did.
people in though?
They're not.
They did.
They
Though.
are. They let travelers in. They let other.
Yeah, and there's a whole building
races
about
in.
new arrivals.
Until everything from the
Until
outside
now.
was really bad. Yeah.
Hey, I run that building. I just want to make that very clear.
Yeah.
So please don't think anything weird about me.
Then you should know everything.
I
I
don't
know
like
it's in Phelan.
Nori.
That's okay. You're business people. All I do is I hand out
But-
assignments. I don't.
But that means that they were accepting new people from the beginning. When you arrived here and found an empty town, they were letting people in, yes?
Yeah, I mean.
Do you have
What's
any
the-
reason why they would have attacked this man? This,
I mean,
I assume their gender, but this elf?
I don't know specifically. I mean, the traitor term gets thrown around to like whoever. Not to sound shitty, but I mean it kind of goes to like anybody that they just deem. I don't know if there's a charge to it, so I don't know what he did.
Honori-
Unfortunately. Yeah.
Was it empty when you got here?
Yeah, the city was. I mean, from what I could tell, it was weird. It
Were
was like
you first in, or was there a team of people that did a sweep first?
no, we
Did everyone come at all at once? Done.
we were being sieged where we were at back before, and like during the siege everything was kind of a scramble, and then we just popped.
Ran through a
here.
portal?
No, I mean we just were here. Like it. That's it.
Like a big explosion, and you were just here.
Maybe there was so much battle going on at the time. Like I genuinely, I couldn't tell you.
I hate this. This is awful.
Do you think the glacial exchange had anything to do with?
It seems very
Combing
suspicious. The
out
two
the-
places that they both were
You think
at.
they killed off everyone and came in?
I won't
And
put
then
it
they
past them.
brought in the Synthphalan and just had them be like, yo, bounties on native residents, kill them off.
I think we need to find a way to get a hold of someone more important. And I think Flo here is going to help us do that. And then we'll be even.
Okay, we're just cool.
Would you like to win your freedom? From
We
our
have a
group?
way out.
You guys say it like it's just this thing that I'm gonna like obtain. This is
Hey,
horrible.
you have two options. You are either going to be good and stay with us forever, or you are bad, but you are going to win your way out of the group because you don't want to be with us anymore. You get to decide which one of the two is going to happen.
Do I get to live and leave with one of those
Yeah,
options?
Yes, you get to live with both of those options. I mean, I guess technically there's a third if you want to include the option of your death, but I wasn't even going to put it in there.
You guys say like these things, right? And every time it's like a nice line of like you're like, "Oh wow, profound," and then you say something fucking horrific right after. Just really want to note that.
Have
But
you ever met
Congratulations.
me?
Business.
no, haven't really had the pleasure to spend time with most of you people, including the smoke spites. But yeah, fine, that's cool. If I can live and get away from you people, I'm more than happy with that. I want nothing to do with this whole business rivalry thing that you got going on.
Beautiful.
Who do you want? Ash?
I mean, anyone but Brooke, but she's going to be the easiest to get to.
Oh, gosh.
Brooke, that's the one. Dante, do you think you could get Brooke to come?
Hmm.
What the fuck does that mean? Oh,
In what circumstance?
Gross.
So good.
Yeah, gross.
Dirty birds.
I meant speak to us.
I mean, Brooke doesn't like speaking to me, if that's what you're asking.
Well, is there something else you could convince her to come do?
No. I mean, unless if she could think that she could slit my throat, then probably not.
Ew!
Is that an
Oh my
innuendo
God.
for something?
That's how we do
What
it.
if we offer
Flo
you
can,
a trade?
Flo can give us up.
We're not going to actually let her kill you.
Flo
No, no, no.
could take you in.
Yeah.
And we could be hiding in the ring. Flo,
Yeah.
you didn't hear any of this.
Would
Ow! My shoulder.
would it be believable that Flo would be able to apprehend
No,
Dante?
not apprehend.
No.
Get information on us. So, like, as in, I know their location. I saw them, and so you know what I mean. Like more of a like that's more believable than apprehending us. I like laugh and smack Flo across the back.
What'd
And
she
he
say?
dies.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Really,
I
really
think that
loving
means
this.
she's starting to like you.
Yeah, cool. I can't wait to find out what it feels like to be loved. This is fucking terrible. Let's
That is
go.
like the sweetest thing I think I've ever heard you say. You making me blush, Flo.
Please don't blush. I don't want to find out what happens. Like that's my shoulder hurts, my arms hurt. It's been an experience so far.
All right. Okay. I don't know how
Either
this is going
way.
to help us.
I don't
We
know
should get
how
the
it's going to
artifact
help any of
first.
this, too.
We need to get out of this sewer.
Yeah. We're all just high on fumes at this
I
point.
feel like we've been in here for like 7 hours total.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe.
We definitely.
I mean, the big
Shall we
thing
go
is-
hide in the mausoleum again?
I mean, the big thing is, do we want to go further before we got interrupted by me and also me in both ways?
We were trying to get to your safe place, Rotmeyer.
The clinic,
Yeah.
yes.
That was the original plan.
Feels
how
like a
fucking
month
derailing
ago.
was that?
It was.
Flo, do you know which way would take us to the closest to the clinic?
Oh yeah, I can get you there.
Let's do
Thank
that.
you.
Let's go. I'm so tired.
I go down these sewers all the time.
Hey, I mean it's.
Yeah, wait, why are you down here all the time?
scenic.
Yeah, you guys make it sound weird. Can I just guide you to like the clinic? That's more.
Yes,
than fun.
that would be wonderful. Thank you so much, Flo. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Absolutely. We're cool. And he just like antsies forward and just tries to get past everything.
Just hanging
I
out
believe
with
I
dead
did
bodies.
ask
That's
him why he was
weird.
down here, and he
Yeah.
was like doing routine checks. Of
Yeah, for the
things.
lab. He was talking
Yeah.
about the lab.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I thought that's where we
Connects
were
here.
going when we saw the tentacle beast. I thought we're heading towards a lab, but we must have gotten distracted.
Yeah.
That is right. That's what we were
Yeah.
looking for.
Yeah.
Do we still want to look for that?
I think it's best if we go to a safe place and rest for no particular
Yes.
reason first.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been down here
And
a
then
while.
go back to the.
We need some fresh air.
Even with a
I
prestige
would love
station starting to
some food.
re-stink.
Yes. Just walking around with a cup of tea that I'm just making it smell good the whole time.
Ugh,
Billy,
it's like-
as we're walking, can I start making marks on the walls, almost like breadcrumbs, in case we need to come back here and use it as a way
Yeah.
to get to and from
Smart.
places?
You guys pass. I will say, Doll, as you're doing that, you guys pass the blue and pink kind of swirled, like sealed energy barrier that you guys passed when Dante was running, and you keep marking as you guys go.
I'll make a little map in my journal too of just what I can understand spatially. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Eliana. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Eliana is going to run up to Flo, to the front where Flo is.
Ah!
Can I tell you a secret, Flo?
Are you gonna say something horrific? Because if it's really like, oh, the secret's your arm breaks easily, or like your legs are pretty breakable, like I don't care. I'm done. You can threaten me as much as you want. I don't care. Over it. What?
I was going to say that I hope you pick the first one, and that you are good, and that you stay with us.
Oh. Yeah, I mean that's cool too. Thanks. I
So emotional.
don't. Yeah, that's fine. You guys have been so welcoming since I got here. So.
I'm sorry for that, Flo. It seems like you very much hurt my friends, and I think this is how they resolve their issues, and I'm trying not to step on that too much.
They're just mad because their ego got bruised about their business. They're not mad about
It sounds
the
like you
wife's-
hurt people.
Yeah, they don't care. The amount of things they've done, who cares?
Not here. You're not here for this.
What have
I
they
ain't seen
done?
shit.
What do you mean? It's the fucking smoke spites. What do you mean? What have they done? A lot of things, assumably.
Assumably, you just assume that they've
Oh,
done bad things.
I'm sorry. Do you look at like the owner of like I don't know the Steed Milk Incorporated and go, wow, they're great people. They're so nice, getting all of their businesses like put into different places and driving out the competition and like plowing lands for more factory area. Like what do you mean? Like come on.
I didn't know any of this.
Yeah, I mean, they're business people at the end. They're probably, honestly, we get up there, they'll probably like steal our shoes and sell them. I don't know. I don't know business terminology that well, but I don't. Yeah,
Do you remember what you said earlier? Everybody wants to be good. Maybe they want to be too.
okay.
How about
sure.
you give them the chance that I'm giving you?
Yeah, I'm with it.
I don't know if I believe you.
Pretty sure he's pretty kind of done with us.
It's okay, you'll get used to it, pal. And gently pat
Jeez.
Flo on the back. No, gently.
It just
on,
hurts.
dude.
It's been so many times already.
I'm sorry. I thought it was a friendly gesture. I'm gonna go
Fine.
back.
Push up or
It's
something.
cool. It's good.
She moonwalks back to everybody else. She feels uncomfortable. She
Turns
moonwalks
right into Zoe
back.
Deschanel.
Oh goodness. You guys make your way like what you think is north at the moment, and then he slowly like breaks around the corner, like still like not like fast, like he's just slowly walks to the right and just kind of waits for you guys to follow.
Yeah,
I'm following.
Talking shit.
Echoes in here.
Yeah.
Wow, who said that?
So are you a capitalistic henchman, or just asking for a friend?
In the room, just
I mean, so I guess the answer I'm going to say out loud is yes. And then I write in my book. And I write in my book, no.
Okay. Incredible.
I pull
Continue.
Ileana aside. I'm like, and I let the others walk ahead a little bit, and I say, there may have been some trepidation around this, but Ash did destroy my swamp. So,
You destroyed your swamp?
above. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm not having an identity crisis or anything.
And you're with them.
Mm-hmm.
You're friends with them.
Mm-hmm. Business partners.
You are not friends?
Throw me under
I
the
don't
bus.
know.
I didn't force shit. Some god made me do it.
Throw us under the
Leave
smoke
that
spite brand
out.
bus.
No, I was planning on telling
smoke
her.
spite battle bus.
We
The
didn't
smoke
have
spite swamp
a choice
destroying bus.
when it happened. We did have it was we were in a very precarious situation.
You were with them when
And-
they destroyed your swamp?
Yes. It was Ash and I together. We were doing
Made you watch.
a gods-driven trust exercise. And one of the questions, I believe, it was trust and something else. Do we remember what the other one was?
It was something along the lines, but we found out that yours could be fixed, but mine couldn't. This is not fair.
Oh, that's right, because your business... Mine can't really be fixed.
We said, didn't we say? We'd asked, and it said we could fix it. We could fix the forest.
I mean, with the pink vines invading and
We
that
gotta fix
disease
the pink
running rampant.
vines.
Can we?
That's Ash's new mission, is to fix these pink vines. That's all the research she's been doing.
Okay. We're gonna
I'm going
try to
home.
fix it.
I'm going home.
Haley's
Okay,
gonna
so
cry.
They destroyed your swamp and you were with them, but it was actually just Ash, but you're going to fix it. And it was because a god made her do it?
Yes.
And the god isn't
Yeah.
just capitalism.
No. It's not.
Okay.
But I'm just saying I understand that at a certain point corporate mentality becomes survivalist mentality. So it's very much us or them when it all boils down to it.
You mean as in us or them?
Or
Or
like
us
everyone
or-
for themselves.
I don't believe that, doll.
I hope you're right.
If they are making those choices, whether a god or greed told them to do so, they have to make choices that are good to balance those out.
We trust that they're good. Or we trust that they're in the best interest for their survival.
I trust that they have the potential to be good. I don't know what choices they will make.
Yeah.
But you...
Just what you ought to know.
She leans in very closely. Do you want revenge?
No.
Do you think they're good?
I think they'll make the decisions that they do. And I don't think there is really a thing like good. Good is what we define it. Nature doesn't abide by good or bad. It abides by the system itself. The cycle of life. Which we've given definition as good, and yet it takes. Cruelly. That's the cycle.
Eliana takes a step back from you. If they do bad things, will you stand by while they do it? While they destroy somebody else's swamp?
No. No, because I already know what it feels like to have mine destroyed.
Nature takes not because of greed. It takes without bias, without personal gain. It is not nature to take things because it will make your life better. That's something we learn. And you learned that you'll stand up if somebody tries to do that. I hope they learn that too.
I don't think they're bad people, as we define bad. I think they have a lot on their shoulders for being as young as they are, trying to run a multi-dimensional corporation. That does something to a person. It warps perspectives. But like you said, there is a potential for good, as we define it. I think they want good things. But I'm not sure about the means they'll use to get them.
Well, I hope you know that I will stand with you if they try to destroy someone else's home. But I hope you also know, doll, no matter how brightly your soul shines, I will stand against you if what they try to do is going to hurt a lot of people.
Yeah. I have no ill will against people. I'm not going to stand by and watch them destroy things.
Mm.
So,
we are friends?
we are of an accord.
Are we friends, doll?
I don't know. Are we? I met you like 2 days ago. We could be friends. I've never really had a friend.
Then we are friends. Something
Okay.
about your soul sings to mine.
Ooh, soul singing. Thank you. Well, bestie, I'm glad we could have this little chat.
Me too. Now let's join them before they kill Flo.
Okay.
Oh, it's like one more, but honestly, we're almost there. We're so close. And then he just like goes a little bit more ahead. It's literally right in this room up ahead. There's a little sewer, and it just goes up, and then you can get out. And we can all get out together. But we all get out. And then go my way, and you go your way, and cool.
Show us.
That's not what we agreed. You're not just leaving once you get us there. That's not what we agreed upon.
Okay, really? Can I asterisk this before, as he like walks you guys into the next room? Like you guys stop at a big open circled like stoned room. On the right side, there is like a kind of a little bit more forward. There is another like this one is like a strictly blue energy, kind of like what the shield looked like originally when you guys entered Tarsonvale. And then ahead of you, it's just darker, like more north. But then I'd say on your left, there's like a little ladder that kind of just goes up, and then you can see at the top there is kind of a like a little light poking through, kind of cascading down. So, really quickly, if a water genasi is walking around with, I'd just say the smoke spites, it probably might draw some eyes as we're not the greatest of friends normally. So...
It shouldn't be an issue. You work for the smoke spites, remember? You passed off as a smoke spite worker for however many years you did, so it's fine. You'll figure it out.
Yay.
Whoa,
I
buddy. I mean, like, what's your favorite animal?
Are you gonna, like... I don't want to answer, because I feel like it's a weighted... You guys never do something nice. It's always been something terrible every single time.
Flo, I do not mean this as an attack against you, but I do believe that him accompanying us further may be a liability.
Please don't kill me. But yeah, probably.
So then are we just forgetting about the plan and we just let him go then? Whatever.
We'll separate, but you will go tell... What's her name?
Brooke.
Blair?
Brooke! I put Blair in my notes.
Winter's Project? God.
Maybe.
But you will go tell Brooke where we are, right?
Yeah, sure. Where you going?
Ain't
Do we
that the
wanna
question?
Clinic.
I'm gonna ask
Clinic?
those of you that think that having him go and tell her exactly where we are is a good idea one more time to think about it real hard. Right now
Well,
they're looking all over for a couple of us. Do we want them to have a pinpoint location of some of us?
I thought we were going to choose a third location.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps outside of the city.
Can we get outside the city?
We don't want to bring
Be
any
brought
attention
back
to
into the
Argyle.
city? Yeah.
We can
Poor
get back
Argyle sitting
in.
out there. Just fucking...
I mean,
he's just like, we
at
found him!
at this point, he's probably left. I don't blame him.
Argyle's dead. Does that mean we get his caravan?
God damn.
Wow.
And his toad.
Flo, do you know how to get to the, what is the name of the bar that I was singing at?
Toby
We could
Keith's
also
I
go to
Love
the
This Bar and
Natural
Grill.
History Museum.
I mean, all I have to say is, if y'all were struggling against a couple of them that we caught unawares who was looking for one person, how do you think we're gonna be able to hold off against every single one of them having the opportunity to bear down on us at once?
Well, then maybe the information that we give is that we split up. That we are in multiple different locations. And so at least that splits their forces if they do all try to come. But Dante, do you have anything that maybe would make Brooke want to come just for you?
I mean, knowledge of me is probably enough for her to want to come kill me.
Well, we'll just say that it's just you in one location and we've split up into other locations as well.
I mean, I'm fine going to one location. Y'all just make sure your other locations don't get spoken out loud. Alright,
no,
where do you
no,
want me to go?
I got no issue speaking out loud. I'm ready for Flo to show us who he really is.
Seems like a
If we want to hide in the ring and have her catch you, Dante, and then we all pop out? Or did we
mean-
want...
I ain't particular on any of it.
What is our goal, though? What, you want to kidnap and torture Brooke for information? That's your plan?
Well, you said that it seemed like Brooke liked Dante, right? Is that something that I misinterpreted?
I don't know what y'all trying to get. I just know that you probably wanted to
She
get closer
fucking
to
hates
Terran
us.
with the artifact. We know where we ought to be going. I don't think we need them to come search for us. If y'all want me to go beat the brakes off of Brooke, I'm more than happy to do it.
I don't know how
I think it might
asking
be a
them.
waste of time.
Yeah, I don't know if asking them more questions would bring us closer to our goal. We'd just have more answers. We'd still be looking for the artifact at the end of all of it.
We'd still be going to the same place.
That's true. I more was thinking, I guess I completely forgot about the artifact and I'm worried about where the glacial exchange is headed next.
Mm-hmm.
Because there seems to be nothing but terror and horror that follows.
I mean, they ain't done with this place yet. They haven't left.
Do you know, Flo, where they're going next?
I mean, no. Right now, I think the Glacial Exchange's biggest focus is here. They there's some kind of meeting or I don't know. It's like some big event coming soon, but I don't really know a lot about it.
What's
the
your
main
plan
spot?
after this? If we let you go right this moment, what is your plan? And just tell us, because I'm letting you go no matter what, so whatever it is.
I mean, I'll be real. Based on what you're saying, I don't really know if I could leave the city, but I also don't really want to be involved in kind of either of your guys' businesses at this moment. So maybe like a forced retirement, kind of.
That's probably the smartest thing I've heard of.
Probably for the best.
Not to be a good or bad guy, or whatever
No,
you
I-
define, but
I like it.
I like not dying, so I'm cool with that.
If y'all are able to get out of the city, you should be able to if you're careful, but... I mean... Why
Yeah, and if you get trapped, then come find us, because I could get you out of the city, so just let us know.
Why
Do you have a
help
badge to get you into the lab? Oh, sorry.
a badge to get? No, I would get there and they would usually kind of let me in.
Gotcha.
Perfect. And
That's all we need.
I disguise myself as Flo, and I'm like, it's fine.
Oh
That's great.
man,
I think getting you out of the city is the best plan.
You
I
can
mean,
leave.
at this point, you wanted the forced retirement anyway. So,
Below, what big event were you talking about? What's the big event?
I don't know much. I mean, I know they were planning on unveiling or something, whether it's a partnership, a product. I couldn't tell. I mean, there's usually a lot of them, but this is the first one in Tarson Vale that I know of since I got here.
I think we might know what the product is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
What product?
So we get you out of the city. I say we take a nap and then we get you out of the city.
I mean, I don't even know
I
if
would-
Flo has
I would
any
actually
special
prefer-
skills
I
that
could
would help
just-
him.
If we can get within, get close to the edge of the city. Is the clinic near the edge of the city? For some reason in my brain I thought it was, but I don't know.
Not how close do you need it to be? It is
500
not.
feet.
I think we could get to the edge of the city from where it is, but it is not within 500 feet on its own.
But that's okay, because we could go do a stealth mission before we sleep, and I could get him out before I sleep, and then that way I'm not waking up and using 2 spells straight away.
Mm-hmm. That works out.
Did they get alerted when I dimension door through? Can't remember. I don't think so, because it was you literally just appear.
It was when I started banging on it.
It's
that
when
they
you started
took over.
banging, because when you dimension, you're not traveling through it. You literally disappear from where you are and appear where you are. So I don't think there's we're traveling through. Can't remember.
When we activated the barrier and showed them about us was when I started knocking on it.
Okay, cool.
Physically knocking on it. Dimension
cool.
door
Nice.
didn't trigger anything.
Cool. All right. Well, it's up to you. You can either walk away now, or you can come with us, and I can get you out.
Well,
Unless anyone else has anything they want to say or do.
I think the forced laugh suits him well.
Be safe, Flo.
I will stay where I need to stay and not. I mean, if I can leave safe and not be a part of either of this anymore, yeah, I'm cool. So I'm with whoever.
Good. Let's do that.
So,
All right.
as you guys, are you guys beginning your ascent up?
Has Flo signed your book?
No.
Do Do you think
I'd
it
have
might
to
be...
remove someone's name to have Flo sign the book.
Got it.
Mm.
I'm at
Also, once we get him...
Oh wait, did we level up recently? No.
No, we have not.
I think it's my proficiency bonus. Let me double check.
At the very least, the thing is, though, if we get Flo out of the city, then we know that they're not really letting people in at the moment.
Yeah. Well, my thing was if we went to the lab and stuff started happening and we needed to know information that Flo knew, we could get it through the book.
I could do it right now, and then have Dante sign the book after we finish the mission.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or anyone that's gonna stick by my side. We could do that. Flo, would you be okay signing this book?
Am I gonna turn into something, or something gonna happen to me? Okay, that's
no.
Fine.
I mean, you can see that everyone else here has got their names in it as well.
Oh, like a friendship thing. Yeah, that's cool, I guess.
He might not like what it actually does.
Don't tell him what it actually does.
He just signs it because he's very much wanting to get out of here.
Our friendship book!
Poor business decision.
Yay.
Cool. And then, however you want me to do it, I'll just spend my 2 spell slots and get him out of the city and me back in, and then we're done. Like, whatever you want to do. We can roleplay it if you want, but otherwise that's what happens.
I will say, for the sake of time, like you guys do kind of take him out, or you take him out. I'm sorry, Ash. And do you leave him? I should ask. Do you leave him as close as to like where you seen Argyle last? Like, are you like? Is there anywhere specific?
Right in front of the guards.
Don't know. Yeah, no. I would say like away from any like main gates or entrances, and it'd be as close as the to the clinic as possible, so then I can just dimension door straight back and go back to the clinic without trying to cause too many issues. But I can disguise myself and hide with Flo as we walk there and then walk back on my own. So
okay,
we'll see. It's up to you. Wherever this clinic is, it's like outside the gates there. So it's where I drop him off and I say, good luck. Then I disappear. And then I send him a message and I'm walking back being like, I'm gonna live in your head forever.
Ah! You just hear like screaming, like off in the distance.
The end.
The series wrap on Flo.
You'll never see him again. As you guys start, everybody ascending, taking the ladder up.
Yes, sir.
We went back.
Back to the mausoleum.
Again, I need. This is very important. I need a marching order of who is going up the ladder.
I'm first.
I imagine somebody perceptive to see if there's any patrols around would be better to have up there first.
Well, I look like Flo, so it's probably not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be down here.
It'd be smart to have the 2 people who are wanted last.
Yeah. You last no matter what.
So Dante, Ash, me, and then Rena.
Criminals.
Then the criminals.
Then the evil, soulless criminals.
The fugitives.
Wanted, dead or alive.
The wicked witch.
The group of you start making your way up, and as you guys kind of like you go in marching order, you all feel kind of like just a massive like crash, almost like something just hit what seems to be the barrier that was kind of on the blue one that like reminiscent of the shield that is directly behind you at this point, and you hear like what seems to be large growl, if anybody is listening to the sounds. Almost like a roar. And you feel like another crash into it. It kind of like shakes. You guys almost feel like some of the bricks shake, and the ladder shakes a bit. And you hear like almost what seems to be kind of like a growling, like somebody is like directing growling at you.
Run.
Yep.
Run up the run.
Yep.
To the
Power
clinic.
walk up the
Let's
ladder.
push it open.
To the clinic.
Smack Rotmeyer on the back. The long strider. You can run faster now again.
Appreciate it. I need to get some sneakers or something. Some moccasins.
Very quickly, does anybody
Ultimate combat gear.
does anybody speak Draconic?
Yes, I
no.
do.
I have other characters that do.
No.
It is. Yes, I do. God.
Ash, you heard liar, traitor, and like loud, like very loud, like roars going through, almost like circulating the tunnels.
I tell everyone I'm like, someone just yelled liar and traitor. Was that part of the? That was the memory that was the thing. The skull. The skull said
Traitor,
that he was
yeah.
called a liar and a traitor, right?
Do we want to hang around and find out?
I don't
No.
think so. I don't
That is a
know.
mystery for another day.
I would
Yes.
like to not end up in the mausoleum too.
Yeah.
Well, that's great, because that is where we are going to end tonight's episode as we pick up finding out what is going to go on in the clinic. I'm very excited.
We've made it. Finally. It only took us a month.
We're almost there.
Hell of a dungeon dive for the straight line.
There was one room to this dungeon. What are we?
Oh,
We are
goodness.
the most average adventurers. This is the most average adventuring experience.
I think we've got like a solid D plus. I don't even think we're average.
We get
I
the
don't even-
score ranking on the side after we leave.
I don't think any of our characters are made for adventuring, full stop. Like, none of them.
Very much
if
not.
if our campaign was nothing but bar fights, I'd have this like perfect.
The prompt I was given was political intrigue.
Is this
You're
not
getting to the
politically
political part. You're upstairs
just-
now.
There's a lot of
we
intrigue.
just happen to be in the sewers of the political intrigue.
Very
There's a lot of
true.
intrigue.
Gotta
A
set the
lot of
landscape somewhere.
Political intrigue happens above ground.
That's also very true. Alrighty. Everybody stick around with us. We're gonna raid somebody right now. I'm just finding them. We are actually gonna raid a cool group called Mini Terran Domain. Terrain Domain. Words that I can't say. But, as we finish this off, last question. Are you ready for more tales?
Always.
Let's go, people. Stick around for the raid screen.